Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, do me a huge favor and click that subscribe button down below for content like this and many more. For all you current subscribers, I just want to continue to say thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Now, what do we have here? Well, this finally a 2022 Ford Maverick. It has been almost impossible to get my hands on this thing because it's a very hot selling item. These things, you cannot get them in dealers right now. The wait time is up to 12 months, if not longer. Ford can't build these things fast enough. It has been a hit for Ford. It's a subcompact pickup truck. Competitor for the Maverick as of right now, it is the Hyundai Santa Cruz, which I reviewed also, and I'll leave the link up somewhere in the video so you guys can take a look at that video. Now, I'm going to talk about it. I've been living with this vehicle for the past week. Thanks to Ford. Thank you, Ford, for dropping off this vehicle. And this is my first Ford press vehicle that I acquired. I'm going to also mention that you can't judge a book by its cover, because I was a bit harsh on this, and I learned lessons learned. You cannot judge a book by what you read, and I am going to talk about why I think I was wrong, and just go over the specs and what has been like living with this for the past week. Stay tuned. This is coming up next. Okay, let's talk 2022. Excuse the background noise. Unfortunately, I'm in a public area and you guys might hear birds and everything else. Now, this is the 2022 Ford Maverick. The Maverick is in a very new competitive market, the compact pickup truck market. As of right now, there's only two vehicles in its class. This, which is the Maverick, and the Hyundai Santa Cruz, which I'll leave the video link somewhere in the video. And let's just talk about the styling. And then, to be honest, guys, I was very harsh on this thing when I first saw it, and I take it all back. It's a very nice little truck. After living with it, and thanks to Ford, I've been able to live with this since Monday. And let's just start with the styling. It's unlike the Hyundai Santa Cruz. This has a very trucky design language, so you can clearly see the influence from its big brother, the F-150, and you can see in the front end a very bold, macho-looking front end. These two bulges, you can see them from your driving. They stick up, and you can drive it. This is the Lariat. This is the Lariat trim. This has every single possible option you can get on the Maverick. So sticker for this is about $32,000. It starts at $19,000. This is the Lariat hybrid trim. Hybrid models only come in front-wheel drive, unfortunately, for now. If you want all-wheel drive, you have to go for the 2.0 turbo model, and that has 250 horsepower and 277 pounds-feet of torque. Made it to an 8-speed automatic. The length of this vehicle, just so you guys can get an idea how long it is, it's about 199 inches long. It looks bigger in person than it does translates on camera or in pictures. And let's go back to the styling, starting up front. So lighting in the front is in combination LED and incandescent. So you have your daytime running lights right here. Daytime and parking light right here is LED. This is incandescent. LED low beam, which are these guys right here, and this is the high beam. Being that this is the Lariat trim, the grill's a little different than compared to the traditional model. So the grill's a little bit more bolder up front. This is the radar cruise control sensor, which lives underneath this. And overall, it's nice. It's very nice looking. Got a little marker light right here, incandescent marker light. This one is sitting on 225 Michelin all-season tires on 18-inch rims. These are the optional wheels. You can get multiple wheels on Ford's website. And overall, it's nice. This has the first edition trim and sticker package. So this is what this is. This is the first edition trim, which on the side of the both sides of the car, you got that little first edition sticker right here and piping on both sides of the hood. This has all the active safety systems for Ford Copilot 360, blind spot warning, automatic braking, lane centering, and lane keep technology. And this working around it. This also comes with a standard tonneau cover. As you can see, it's multi-level. And the bed is about 4.5 foot bed in every single trim. No matter which trim you get, all-wheel drive, hybrid or not, it is, they're all 4.5 foot bed. That's what it looks like underneath. This has power ports. And let me open this right here real quick for you guys. So this has this cover you just pull down, pull this way, like so. And this one right here, like so, and put up. And you flip up like this. And then you have access to your 4.5 foot bed. This has the active flex bed track system, so you can adjust these right here for your cargo. This has a inverter, 400 watt inverter, so you can plug in your items right here. You get a little LED lights for the bed. The bed liner is standard on the Lariat trims. You can get it optional through Ford's website. You got a nice little cubby hole right here for whatever items you want. This is actually a deep cover, so you can actually secure things that you don't want rolling around. It's actually deep, this little cover. So, and that's pretty much it. The bed, also you can adjust the bed in different angles. So you take this out of here, for example, and you put it in here and do the same on the other side, like so. A little trickier to do with one hand, but here, let me give you pull forward, and then voila. So if you have a weird, awkward item, you can carry things and keep the bed in an angle for weird, awkward cargo into your bed. And it actually is very sturdy. It doesn't move anywhere. It's very strong. And then when you're done, you just put it back. You put it back again. Pick up the tailgate, pull it up like so, like that. Repeat on the other side, and that's it. Nice giant Ford logo. Backup camera sits right here. Maverick, nice big Maverick badge. This has a 4-pin connector, trailer hitch, and a 4-pin connector right here. This is the Lariat trim, and it comes with every single option available, and of course also rear parking sensors. Let's go over the interior, the technology, and then we go for a quick drive. Oh, before I go, let me show you guys what it looks like in the engine bay. Let's show you guys what that looks like. Nothing really much to see. There's the 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine on the left, the electric motor on the right, and that's pretty much it. Battery lives underneath the rear seat, which we'll go over in a second. Stay tuned for that. Okay, let's start the review in the back of the Maverick. And opening the back, materials are nice. Of course, you got a little bit of hard plastic, but that's okay because this is not a luxury vehicle. But you do have soft padded materials where they are supposed to be. Like right here where you rest your hand. It has a little nice floating door handle with exposed screws, which is kind of cool. Little copper finish. All 4 windows are automatically up and down. Being that this is the top of the line Lariat trim, you do have a little fancier interior than the regular models. So this one has 2-tone leather, heated seats in the front. You got little door pockets behind each seat right there. you do have USB-A and C back here, 400 watt inverter, so traditional outlet. And one thing that's kind of cool, Ford allows you to 3D print cup holder, cell phone holder, whatever you want to put in here, which is kind of neat and cool that they allow you to do that. But you still do have traditional cup holders right here, like so. Now, I'm starting in the back of the car because this seat moves up. Just like a traditional pickup truck, you can have a nice little storage under here, under seat storage. Nice deep storage right here. The hybrid battery actually lives underneath this right here. And that is where the traditional battery is for the car. The regular 12-volt battery is. And you got a nice little cubby on the other side. And that's pretty much it. And stepping in the back, I'm 5'8" and not exactly tight, but not exactly the roomiest back seat, because again, it is a subcompact pickup truck. There's a look at the front, the instrument cluster, which I'll show you guys in the front section. But if I have to, you know, take a little short trip back here, I'm not going to be, it's not a penalty box 100%. Decent sized little sunroof right there. All right, let's take a look at the tech and the front, and then we go for a quick drive. Okay, so getting into the vehicle, very simple. You have your keys on you. You touch this to lock the car, which right now it did lock, it was unlocked. To unlock it, you just put your hand on the door handle, and this is very traditional Ford and Lincoln products of the yesteryears, and they still do it to this day. You can actually, once you activate this key code, you don't need a key to get into the car. You still need a key to start it and go on, but for the meantime, you don't need a key to start the car. So just like the back, the materials, of course, in the nice are the same, in the front are the same. So the material, the copper finish here with the exposed screws, auto up and down all 4 windows, power mirrors, power door locks. You have automatic climate control, and there's a look at the LCD screen. Nice little helper screen in the middle. You have your power meter on the left, and you have your speedometer on the right. Being that this is a hybrid, when you step on the brake, engine start stop button is right here, and turn that off, and nothing happens. It's on. It just tells you that it's ready. You press the little OK button here on the steering wheel, and look at that miles per gallon. I mean, 37.8. And I have gotten up to 45 driving this, which is absolute insanity. But it's a hybrid. So you do have your traditional Ford rotary dial shifter here. This is reverse, which activates the backup camera, of course, with the trajectory lines. Being that because this has the tow package, you press this little button here, and it shows you different angles, so you can assist you with when you're hooking up your trailer. It does have parking sensors for the start. It'll start beeping and indicating that right here. And going to the home screen, it's a very straightforward. This is running Sync 3, not the latest version of Ford Sync. So you have your audio right here, your phone, applications, which you can download the mobile app and set up the Ford app and set up different applications for the car. And the phone power flow meter just shows you what the vehicle is doing. So as you see, because I'm idling, it just shows you what's going on. And now it just turned on the engine right now because it is very hot outside. As you guys can see, it's almost 90 degrees, and I'm running the air conditioner, so it turns on the engine to keep the air conditioner working. And if you put it in drive, then it shows you what it's doing. It does region braking. It shows you there. It shows you what the system is doing when it's switching back from the gasoline engine to the electric motor. So like I said, this has dual zone climate control. So heated seats right here, heated steering wheel, because this is the Lariat trim. This has wireless charger, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, hookup connectivity is via this USB port right here, the USB A and the USB live above it. This little guy is the button for the back window. So press that little button there, and then the little window opens. In this particular model is power because it's the Lariat. In other lower trims is a manual operation. And you got the helper screen. You can control it with this right here. So you have your trip computer, trip A, trip B, tire pressure monitoring system. It tells you who's wearing the seatbelts, driver, passengers, and in the back, and the fuel economy screen. And that's pretty much it. And it shows you if you're on the phone or the radio, what's playing on the radio. It will display that inside here, there. And this vehicle does have different drive modes. So this is the drive mode selector button, traction control on and off. This is the automatic brake hold. This is the electronic parking brake release and off. And these are the driving modes, like I mentioned. So you have normal, you have tow and haul, slippery, you have eco, you have sport. So it adjusts the throttle response, the engine is always on, and normal, back to normal mode. And that's pretty much it. Nice little, a decent sized glove box here. Not too terrible. This also is very, very large. So a nice little center, nice size center console. All right, and that's pretty much it in the interior. It does have automatic lights. So you do have automatic headlights. You can control it right here. The bed lighting, you open the fuel gauge, dimmer switch, and so on. It does have the full active safety Ford Co-Pilot 360. So this is where you can control the distance. You could turn it on, set the speed, the lane centering technology, which is right there, volume up and down, mute, and then this is your media controls right here, back. This controls this little screen in front of you, pick up and hang up button, and then menu. You can configure the screen in front. All right, folks, let's take the Ford Maverick for my first drive of the 2022 Ford Maverick Hybrid. Stay tuned for that. All right, let's drive the 2022 Ford Maverick Hybrid Lariat trim. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I was pleasantly surprised how well built, how well built this little truck has been. And I personally think Ford did a phenomenal job with this little truck. Absolutely. The miles per gallon is insane. I've been averaging anywhere between 37 to 45 miles per gallon. And that's driving it normal without, not driving it like it's like a grandma, or like I'm scared. But otherwise, it has been a tremendous, nice little truck. Yeah, it is. My only complaints are very tiny, minor. One of them being, of course, the mirrors, to my taste, are a bit on the small side. But that's just me nitpicking. Infotainment is fine. It works just great. You have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto connectivity. This has built-in, of course, this has connected services, so vehicle diagnostics and things of that nature. And overall, it's not bad. It's a nice, tidy little truck. The bed is 4.5 foot, like I mentioned. The competitor for this is the Hyundai Santa Cruz. And on paper, you read 191 horsepower. You're like, that sounds whack or it's horrible, but it really isn't. And especially, the lovely surprise that I got was when I put it into sport mode. And you think a hybrid in sport mode? That sounds ridiculous, but it's not. It actually makes perfect sense because you got the electric motor with the gas engine both working together to propel you forward. And it's insane. I mean, I never felt like I was scared to pass or merge into any highway. And yeah, it's a little different and weird, you know, if you're not used to driving a hybrid vehicle or a car with a CVT, because when you push that start button, nothing really happens. It just says ready, and that's it. Complete silence. Being that it's a hybrid, of course, the electric motor, it's already active. Unlike a traditional gas powered car where you hear engine come to life and things of that nature. But overall, it's not bad. I was able even to put my daughter in the back seat, and the back seat, again, not the biggest thing in the world, obviously, because this is a compact little pickup truck, but for a family of 3 with a young child, this car would definitely work as a family vehicle, which I can't believe I'm saying that, but it does. It will work as a family vehicle, and it's big enough, but not small enough that you cannot make it work. Well, this has been my first full in-depth review and of the 2022 Ford Maverick. Thank you for watching. I've been living with this vehicle for the past week, and thanks again, Ford, for allowing me to live with this vehicle for the past 5 days. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care and stay safe.